Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel and welcome back to the PREM Predictions Show. I am absolutely so sorry that there wasn't a video for week three. As you can hear, I have had a little bit of a cold, not been well, but finally battling back fit, let's just say. But you know what to do. Get your predictions down in the comments, and the games going across the bottom of your screen, including that Manchester derby at the Etihad Stadium. But as I said, please give a like on the video as well, and also please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. So the international break is ending, and now we are back to Premier League action, and we have the first of the I think it's a 12:30 game, this one. And we have Arsenal against Nottingham Forest. Well, Arsenal were, how can I say it, very, very lethargic against Liverpool. Um, you could quite clearly see the game plan of Arsenal in that game. Basically, sit back, try and catch Liverpool on the counter, and basically try and defend and get a point. Didn't quite work out for them because obviously Dominic Szoboszlai scored an absolute beauty of a free kick to beat Arsenal. Um, Most of that game in as well, there was a lot of talk of obviously about Victor Gyökeres as well. You know, Van Dijk and Konate did really, really well. Didn't get a sniff at Anfield, to tell you the truth. He didn't get a sniff. To be fair, Ekateke didn't get a sniff either. But I think this is the one thing we've been saying about Arteta. Is he the manager to get them across the line when it is going to get them a trophy? That performance against Liverpool will just completely continue to get the doubters back. It will. It will get. It will definitely get the doubters back. Um, but look, that's a bad defeat. That is a bad defeat. Arsenal haven't won at Anfield, I think, in now 13, 14 years now. So it's always a really tough place to go to, but play like you did on Saturday, and you're never going to win at the top six. It's as simple as that. You're never going to win at the top six. But back in front of their home fans, and they'll be expecting for of a reaction. Let's just say Nottingham Forest. Well, who saw this coming? 3-0 defeat at home to West Ham. I mean, I predicted 3-0 to Nottingham Forest, so I was really surprised when it was the other way around. But fair play to West Ham. You know, I've got to say. Obviously, in the week there as well, there's been a few wee murmurs. I mean, obviously, Marinakis has obviously came out and said that he's happy with Nuno, but would you be would you be a bit worried now with the way things are going? I think you probably would, to be fair. Um, we've seen in the past that Marinakis is not a patient man. So Nuno will have to get some wins under his belt very, very soon if he wants to stay as well. And obviously, Nottingham Forest do have European football this coming week as well to contend with as well. As do Arsenal. As do Arsenal as well. So, 12:30 game, international break. Don't know quite how both teams are going to be. Both with obviously what a reaction, obviously from losing the last game. Obviously Forest getting beat 3-0 at against West Ham at home, and obviously Arsenal losing at Anfield as well. I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. I think they will win this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Gyökeres is on the score sheet. I have a feeling he could be a flat check bully, where he struggles against the top teams, but he sort of scores against sort of the lesser teams, and it got the feeling for me that he will score in this one. And I think Arsenal win this comfortably, if I'm being honest. Going to go for a 2-0 victory for Arsenal, but let me know what you think in the comments section. So, move on to the 3 o'clockers. And we have AFC Bournemouth versus Brighton and Hove Albion. These two sides on the back of really impressive wins. I've got to say, Bournemouth away at Tottenham. I know it only finished 1-0 to Bournemouth, but oh my goodness, they were absolutely fantastic. The way that they played, it could have been two, it could have been three, it could have been four. Honestly, Bournemouth, I think that's the best I've seen them play under Andy Areola. They were magnificent. And if that scoreline is about 4-5-6-0, you would not have been you wouldn't have even gave a moan or anything like that, because Bournemouth were absolutely superb. And obviously they've signed Ben Cannon Doak as well, so we'll see if he makes his home debut for this one as well. Brighton, well, 2-1 win against Manchester City. Yes, 1-0 down at half time. Erling Holland, City looked like they were going to get a comfortable victory, but no, fair play to Herzler, because he made four fantastic changes, changed the game completely. And one of them was 39-year-old James Milner. It was just fantastic to see him score the penalty. And then obviously Gruda, a fantastic play as well, goes past Trafford like he's no there. And yeah, great finish. Great finish. And also Brighton managed to keep on to Belieber as well, which was really impressive to see as well. I think they managed to keep a hold of Matt O'Reilly as well. There was a lot of rumours about Matt O'Reilly potentially going to Juventus, but I don't think anything really happened there. So South Coast Derby, you can kind of see it is a little bit of a South Coast Derby, this one. Um, Look, Bournemouth are doing really well under Andoni Iraola. Brighton, that was also their first win. They'll be buzzing with that result against Manchester City. They will be absolutely buzzing with us. But it is at Bournemouth. I think if this was at Brighton, I would probably edge towards Brighton, because I think Brighton are probably better at home than they are away. I would say. So I'm going to go 2-1 to AFC Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth will win this one. Will be by a goal. Will be by a goal. I think it'll be a very close game in this one, but I'm going to go 2-1 to the Cherries in this one. And now we have Crystal Palace against Sunderland. Both of these sides, again, on the back of really impressive results. Crystal Palace, wow, 3-0 away at Aston Villa. Look, all the talk was obviously about Martinez. Is he going to go to Manchester United? Talk was obviously about Mark Guehi. Was he going to go to Liverpool? Both stayed. Look, one thing I will say about the Mark Guehi situation, Mark Guehi has done as a professional would want to do. He has been professional throughout this whole thing. He has been really completely a professional throughout this whole thing. Palace were excellent at Villa. Let me just say that they were really good. Guehi was on the score sheet as well. And look, Palace have got European football ahead of them. That is going to be fantastic. And look, I think whatever you want to say about Palace, I'm not going to say anything about Mark Guehi, whose fault it was, Liverpool, Palace, or anything like that. What I will just say is Mark Guehi has been an absolute professional throughout this whole transfer saga. And look, if he gets his move in the summer, he gets his move. If he gets his move in January, he'll get his move. But I think he will be as professional as he has been to Crystal Palace, and I think he will be absolutely fine. I think he'll be absolutely fine. But cracking away win at Villa Park, really impressive. As with Sunderland, 2-1 win over Brentford. Enzo Lafie and Wilson Isidore yet again. Wilson Isidore probably started to become a bit of a fan's favourite, to tell you the truth, at Sunderland. Look, I think the one thing you could say about Sunderland is a fantastic start. 2 wins is a loss. Is a really good start for them. And 2 home wins. That's the most important thing, I think, here. 2 home wins, which is really, really impressive. So the last time these two met, Sunderland ran out 4-0 winners under David Moyes. So been a long, long time coming, this fixture. I think Sunderland will, play Palace at their own game. I think the two sides will cancel each other out. I think it could be a bit of skill that it sort of takes this game away from one or the other. I look at Palace's side, and obviously compared to Sunderland's side, like Sunderland are really, really good defensively, good midfielders as well. But I think Palace just have that little bit of quality, and I think they're just going to sneak this one. Going to go for a 1-0 victory to Crystal Palace. It will be very tight though, but I am going to go for a 1-0 victory to Crystal Palace. And now we have the second game at the new Everton Stadium, the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Everton against Aston Villa. Both of these sides on really contrasting start. Everton have started really, really well. Look, yes, they lost to Leeds, but since then it's been pretty, pretty plain sailing. They obviously got through in the cup. They beat Brighton 2-0. And then they went to Wolves and won 3-2. And Jack Grealish is doing really, really well. It's good to see because I felt his kind of City career kind of stagnated a little bit. Wasn't getting his game. I think you've got to say that as well. So, yeah, I think it's good to see Jack Grealish doing well. And Kieran Dewsbury Hall, another one who seems to be doing very, very well. And Elma Jai as well. So, everyone will look at this game and think Aston Villa are not playing well at all. Aston Villa have been really poor, to tell you the truth. 3-0 against Crystal Palace. Look, whatever happens now with Emi Martinez, he is still at the club. The Turkish transfer window is still open. Is there a chance he maybe goes to Turkey? I think it's got like another week or so until the window closes there. You've obviously got the Saudi window, but would he go to Saudi? I don't think he would, to be honest. I don't think he would. Aston Villa did confirm the signing of Jadon Sancho, which is a really strange signing. And Harvey Elliott, of course, Harvey Elliott might be making his debut away at Everton. How things turn, don't they? How things turn. Villa, they haven't started well. They have not started well at all. And I just got a feeling that the way Everton are playing right now, you can't really back against Everton. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Everton. I just don't see Aston Villa getting the points anytime soon. Look, they might because there's obviously, an international break after it. But, coming back from an international break. But for me at the moment, Everton just look like the team that are in very, very good form. So, yeah, going to go for a 2-0 win to the Evertonians. And that would be 9 points for a possible 12. Fulham against Leeds United now. Fulham. Well, to talk about incompetency, well, you saw it at Chelsea. Now, I'm not going to blame Chelsea because obviously, Chelsea fans have been going apeshit on online. That's the safest thing to say. But that decision to cancel out Josh King's goal, his first ever professional goal, is an absolute disgrace. First of all, what Muniz is basically just trying to get away from his man. Chalobah's put his foot behind Muniz to basically get it to be planted on. And the referees pulled it back. It's, when they say reckless, it's not reckless. It's not reckless at all. Honestly, I would be here all day speaking about VAR, but Fulham thought they were really hard done by at Chelsea. I thought they were really, really hard done by. obviously got this. They were gave away a penalty as well. I can understand how Ryan says, that for me is a penalty because if you move your arm like that, I don't think you've got a hope to stand up. But it's the fact that Joe Pedro handled it in the phase of play this gets my problem. But Fulham would be happy they're back in front of their home fans. They have signed Kevin. Yeah, I can now see the Home Alone memes coming now. Kevin. Look, that's a good signing. That is a good signing for Fulham. But yes, that will be very interesting to see. If he has a bad performance, then yeah, you can definitely shout Kevin. But if he has a good performance, you can shout Kevin. So yeah, but look, I think Fulham will be happy they're back in front of the home fans for sure. Leeds United 0-0 draw with Newcastle. I am a little bit concerned for them though. One thing for me, I don't think they did enough in the transfer window. Carl, I know you. I know I love you as a man and I love you as a mate, but please do tell me a reason why you think Leeds have not had a good window at all, because I don't think they have. I don't think they've had a very good window at all. So, did try to get Harry Wilson on deadline day. That didn't happen as well. So, Wilson could be lining up against the team he potentially could have joined as well. I'm going to go Fulham win. Fulham win at home. I'm going to go 2-0 Fulham. I think most of Leeds' points will be coming from Ellen Road. I think that's the safest thing to say. Away from home, not so sure. Daniel Farker doesn't have a very good record away from home. So I think that Fulham win this one by 2-0. And now we have Newcastle United against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Well, the Alexander Isak saga is now over. They can now focus on Johan Vissa and Nick Voltemada. I think I pronounced that right. 22 goals for the under 21s for Germany, and had a very good season for Stuttgart last season as well. Look, the one thing I will say about Newcastle, they've had a good window. Whatever you want to say about obviously this, the saga with Alexander Isak, they've had a good window. Jacob Ramsey, excuse me, Vissa, Voltemada, really, really good players. Obviously, Ramsdale you could put into that aspect as well. Fans will be expectant. I think they'll be happy that they're home because get a good look at Nick Voltemada, who did play most of the international break for Germany, as well. So I think Newcastle fans will be happy that they're back in front of their home fans. Wolves, not been a good start for them, but they still have Jurgen Strand Larsen, which I think is crucial because I think he's going to be very, very crucial ahead of the new season. I think he could be the reason if they stay up or not. If he could get the goals for them, then they'll do well. But I am a bit concerned for Wolves. I've been saying this every week. I just don't think again. I just don't think they did enough in the transfer window. Simple as that. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 win to Newcastle. I think Newcastle will win this one pretty comfortably, in my honest opinion. Now we have a 5:30 game and we have an 8 o'clock game on Saturday. Now the 5:30 game is West Ham United against Tottenham. Well, who saw West Ham win a 3-0 away at Nottingham Forest? I certainly didn't, but fair play to you. But quite had a very good message, didn't they, to Fabrizio Romano, basically saying he was staying. Jared Bowen obviously got the score sheet as well. And it was a very, very good one for them, to tell you the truth. So I look, I've said this for a while. I do think West Ham will struggle this season. Um, but play like you did against Nottingham Forest, you'll be absolutely fine. You will be absolutely fine, to tell you the truth. Tottenham, yeah, it's like going back to same old Spurs, isn't it? But the big news, Daniel Levy. Who saw that coming? I don't think anyone did. Daniel Levy leaving Tottenham, a new era now begins for Spurs. Xavi Simons could make his debut as well. What a game to make your debut in a London derby against West Ham. Yeah, that is going to be very, very interesting. I think that's a cracking signing, to be honest with you. I think it really, really is. Um, Shame that they get Savino. I think, yeah, I think there was probably one or ways or the other. Really, if they got Simons, it would probably looking like very less likely that they were going to get Savino. But Kudus returning to his former club, that could be interesting. Could be interesting to see the kind of reception he gets for that one. So how do I see it going? I expect a really tight game, but I think Tottenham have got more about them. You've got Kudus, you've got Brennan Johnson, you've got Richarlison, and you've obviously got Xavi Simons now to come in, be that sort of that number 10 behind the striker. I think Spurs will win this one. I really, really do. I'm going to go 2-1 win to Thomas Frank's men. Going to go 2-1 win to Thomas Frank's men. I did say we did have an 8 o'clock kickoff as well. We have Brentford against Chelsea. Another team I feel hasn't done enough in the transfer window. Look, Dango Watara is a very good signing. I'll tell you that now. He is a very good signing. But it's whether or not he can get the goals to keep them. Igor Thiago seems to be a new signing. He's scoring for fun, which is good to see. I know Kelleher should have probably done better for the winning goal for Sunderland, but look, Brentford will be all right. I think. I know I have said for them to potentially go down, but I think if you look at the other teams recently, Brentford do have a little bit about them. They are a good side. They've got the defensive strength. They've got midfielders, and the G Tech. They can make that place difficult for anybody. That is for sure. Chelsea have started really, really well. Joe Pedro got the goal, and I think it was Enzo Fernandez got the other one for Chelsea. um, they've got Garnacho. Will he make his debut? Who knows? Nicholas Jackson did eventually go to Bayern Munich on loan, but Liam Delap is out for 4 to 6 weeks, which I think is a huge blow, to tell you the very, very truth. So, how do I see this going? 8 o'clock kickoff is not the only 8 o'clock kickoff at the G Tech. Brentford against Liverpool in October. That will also be an 8 o'clock kickoff as well. So, that's something to look forward to for sure. But Chelsea look strong. They do look strong at the moment. And I'm going to go Brentford 0, Chelsea 2 in this one. Burnley against Liverpool. We move on to the Sunday games now. Burnley against Liverpool. Burnley really unfortunate to go away from Old Trafford with no points. Conceded what was a very controversial penalty. I think it is a penalty. I think Jane Anthony he shouldn't have a hold of Ahmad's shirt. And it makes his decision to go down. It does make a decision for him to go down. But I thought I thought Burnley were great at Old Trafford. Scott Parker got his tactics spot on up until obviously the penalty decision where Bruno Fernandes finished. And yeah, it was a good one for United. But Burnley, again, another team have started well. Obviously, it's a win and 2 defeats, but they have started well. Burnley, they have. They'll be up for this game. They will be up for this game against the Premier League champions. They will be really up for this game. Look, we need to be patient with Isak. I will say this now. I don't think Isak starts at Burnley. I think he will start on the bench. And I want to see Sobersley still at right back because I don't think you change a winning team the way that we played against Arsenal in that second half. And I thought Florian Wirtz looked really good as well. So, yeah, for me, I don't think you change a winning team. Simple as that. Like, we all know Turf Moor is a really tough place to go to. We all know that. We all do know that. But I'm looking at this game and I think it'll be tight. And then I just think we've got enough class to get past Burnley. I think it won't be a comfortable win, but it'll be one of those ones where we just in the end have enough to win. Have enough to win. I'm going to go 2-0 to Liverpool in this one. Which leaves us with the Manchester Derby. Manchester City against Manchester United. I am not sure about City. I'll say this now. There's something missing in that City side. I don't know if it's defensively. I don't know if it's midfield. They've obviously got Donnarumma. Does he start against United? I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Is this too big a game for um, Trafford to start? Is it too soon for Donnarumma to start? Who knows? Who knows what Pep will do? But something's not right at City. Continuation from last season at Brighton. Dominate the first half. Absolutely dominate the first half. Have chances to put the game away really 2-3-0. Come out for the second half and they look a completely different team. Really, really concerning if I was a City fan. It would be this. Look, the players that they brought in, I think they're very good players. They are very, very good players. But the problem is, the right back situation hasn't been solved. So is it going to be Rico Lewis? Is it going to be Matheus Nunez? That's something that they're going to have to deal with now until January, for sure. But there's something missing in that City team. There's something missing. There's definitely something missing. Manchester United. Seni Lamons. Will he start and goal? Andre Onana is on his way to Trabzonspor, which, I think United fans will be glad to see the back of Mr. Onana. Let's just say I think they'll be glad to see the back of Onana. Yes, they won against Burnley, which is a good result in the end. Look, Manchester derbies. Form does go out the window. It's one game you should look at and think City should come away with 3 points because of obviously the gulf between the two. But recently, United have made a habit of beating City. They have made a bit of a habit of beating City. I'm sorry to say it, but I actually have a feeling it's going to happen again. I'm going to go Manchester City 1, Manchester United 2. I think United are going to win this. As I said, I just think there's something missing in that City side, and they can be got at. They could definitely be got at. Who's going to start a goal for United? Is it Bayern there? Is it going to be Lamons? We'll wait and see. But yeah, for me, 2-1 win for Manchester United. So there are my predictions for the 25-26 Premier League season, match day number 4. Go for my predictions really, really quickly as well. Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Bournemouth 2, Brighton 1. Palace 1, Sunderland 0. Everton 2, Aston Villa 0. Fulham 2, Leeds United 0. Newcastle United 3, Wolves 1. West Ham 1, Tottenham 2. Brentford 0, Chelsea 2. Burnley 0, Liverpool 2. And Manchester City 1, Manchester United 2. So there are my predictions. Please do get your predictions down in the comments. And as I said, I will hopefully be back to full health very, very soon. But Take care. Bye bye for now. Enjoy the football, including that Manchester derby on the Sunday. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye bye.